Mark Cuban says diversifying is for idiots. But the thing is, if you're an investor, you have to accept the fact that there is a chance you could lose every single penny on an investment. If you're a brilliant investor like Warren Buffett, you'll reduce that chance by putting risk management strategies in place. And diversifying your investment portfolio is one of the biggest risk management strategies that people use. In this video, I'll be diving into the strategy and going into what Mark Cuban and Warren Buffett have to say. Diversification is a topic that often causes strong opinions. Some people think it's the most important thing for investing success, while others think it's a waste of time and that anyone who tries it will fail. And it's no different even with some of the most well-known business and investing experts like Mark Cuban and Warren Buffett. While Cuban believes that diversification is for idiots, Buffett recommends going for total diversification, especially as a beginner investor. With such contrasting opinions, what should you do as an investor? Well, the best way to think about diversification is as a tool. Just like you would use a tool for a specific purpose, you need to diversify as a well thought out investing strategy rather than just to cover all your bases because you're unsure of what you're doing. It's about finding a balance between over-diversifying and under-diversifying. Over-diversifying isn't necessarily just about the sheer number of things that you invest into. It's more about your attitude towards investing and being scatterbrained. People who over-diversify are likely to buy poor quality or extremely volatile assets that just don't make sense for their own personal financial situation. It also takes a bunch of time and energy to manage your assets, so if you have too much on your plate, it's easy to take your eye off the ball, and before you know it, you're losing money. The best way to tell if you're over-diversifying is to figure out why you're investing in multiple things. Is it because you don't feel like you know enough about investing or the specific stock, cryptocurrency, or company that you're investing in? Or is it because you have shiny object syndrome, which is when you get carried away whenever you hear some news about something that could potentially make a good investment? Over-diversifying when you feel like you don't know enough is exactly what Cuban means when he says it's for idiots. A lot of people diversify because they just don't have enough knowledge. Think about it. If you're really informed about an investment and you know what you're doing, why would you invest in anything that comes your way? Shiny object syndrome is also something that people who are unsure suffer from because it's easy to get carried away by what others say when you don't have a well-formed opinion of your own. So that's over-diversifying, which can result in you losing a lot of money and having very little control over your investment portfolio. It's basically like running around like a headless chicken investor. But even as a headless chicken, laying all of your eggs in one basket is not the way to go either. Under-diversifying is when there are huge percentages of your portfolio invested in just a couple of assets. And just because of the nature of investing, this really isn't a wise strategy. It doesn't matter how high quality your investments may be and how much faith you have in them, there's always the possibility that your investment goes wrong and you lose a huge chunk of your money. Often, under-diversifying can also mean that you're so emotionally and mentally invested in your chosen assets that you're blind to incredible new investment opportunities that may come your way. So not only will it cost you to invest in just a couple of assets if those investments go wrong, but you'll also face an opportunity cost that could otherwise have made you a lot of money. Again, it's important to ask yourself why you're choosing to diversify or not diversify the way that you are. So what's the solution? Well, while it may seem as though Cuban and Buffett are saying different things, they actually mean the same. Diversifying is a risk management strategy, so if you're over-diversifying, it's probably because you're not knowledgeable enough to feel as though the investments that you have made are worth the risk. But equally, if you don't feel like you have enough knowledge yet, you should definitely diversify to cover your bases, especially as a beginner. You can learn from your mistakes along the way and become a better investor as you get more experience. Really, it comes down to being self-aware and finding the sweet spot between under-diversifying and over-diversifying. Take a look at your investment knowledge and experience, figure out if you need to become more informed on your investment choices, and then take action to ensure that you have a healthily diversified investment portfolio. This means having enough high-quality assets in your portfolio to protect yourself if any of them plummet, but also not having so many assets that you struggle to manage them. For example, the first asset you add to your portfolio might be a high-quality index fund, and that's because index funds already have diversification built into them. Many indexes represent a number of high-quality, top-performing companies bundled into one asset. I personally think that this is a great way to go for beginners who are looking to get into the investment world. You could also start by investing in one or two good stocks in a few different industries, preferably preferably industries you have some knowledge about. Have a look at companies within your chosen industry and choose the ones that have the most consistent growth over a long period of time. You can analyze stock performance charts to do this. Again, whatever you do, you should bear in mind your knowledge level, experiences, and financial situation. If you want to learn more about what exactly your investment portfolio should consist of, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe because we'll answer all of your questions in future videos. See you next time.